Hello there. This is a tribute to my dad, who sadly died last night in sleep. The reason why I'm in my car, because he helped me with this. This is my driving license, and this is what I use to so the highway code is an old edition, 1989. He helped me practice learning how to drive, and okay, I didn't pass the first time, I passed the second time, and when I did pass the second time, he was very proud of me. So this is just a little tribute to my dad, as I said, who sadly passed away last night. This is why I'm in my car, and I'll show you something else. So this is the little things that I remember him by, all the good memories what he's done for me, and how he's helped me out. And as you can see, it's not a very nice day today because it is actually raining, a bit cold. So as I said, my dad took me out on loads of practice drives, like forward and reverse, starting off on a hill start I think it's called, and loads of other things when you're driving. So I love you, Dad. So now I'm going to go inside. I'm going to show you some other things what I remember him by. Hello, well, I'm back inside. These are the three sets my dad bought me about 8 years old. As you can see, two of them are Lima and the bottom one is an Airfix. I've tried to make it look like original as possible. I can't exactly remember how it looked like. I'll do this one here. We've got a Plymouth switcher, the British Rail D2785. You've got this green BP oil petrol tanker. I've put a metal wheel on this one because the original wheel broke off, so it's plastic and metal. This is as you can see, a Coca-Cola one. Again, I've had to put metal wheels on this one because the plastic wheels broke off. You've got a Schweppes tonic water. It's got the original plastic wheels on this one. Oh, by the way, the roofs do come off on this one and on the Coca-Cola, and this comes off quite easily on the BP. Now this is the original, this is a battery controller. I think there's loads of bits missing. There would have been a little orange switch on here. It's got 9 volts, that's stopped, 9 volts, so obviously you can see there's a little picture, I don't know, you see that? There's a little picture of a steam engine and a little picture of a diesel engine. So I think basically one was forward and one was backwards. so here says battery control 145, 157, 1160. I think that says scale O, HO, model O12-A is Lima. I didn't quite see that. It says Lima, Italy on the back. Then it's got some holes at the back and front. I presume that's where you used to be able to connect it up. And if I slide it open, all the components are missing. I mean, apart from that side where the terminals are, those are only original terminals that side, but those terminals are missing, and the little switch would have been there, and little wire bits going from the switch to the wire to the batteries are all gone. Oh look, you can and even I don't know if you can see that. Just about to see that. There's a little diagram of this took 6 AA batteries, I think it is. The 3 batteries went this way. It said plus, so the little pointy end of the battery went this, and the flat end went that way, the top row, and on the bottom row they'd go the other way. So positive went that way, negative went that way. So that's the controller. Now the track, I know this is a bit broken, but just to show you, this is how you connect it up to the track. Trying to focus. You can just see you wired it up to, you have the wire going to there, and if you turn it over, you can just see where the metal went from underneath through the little hole there and onto the track there, and on this, and again there's a little metal plate, if you want to call it that, which ran across to the other track. So it made that. So that's why you can just about see where it's been soldered onto there, and then it's just soldered onto there. I'm not going to use this, but I found this because I just wanted to show you. I presume this is how it looked like. I can't remember because I've had this since I was 8 years old, and I'm now 40 something years old, so it's just, maybe there were some straights in there. I'm just trying to make it look like how it was originally. There's no way. It says warning, do not display in direct sunlight, so that's, and again it says about the warning on that side, so there's no actual picture. Now you can tell this is very 70s because orange and brown was very 70s style. This is my other one. This is like another connector I used to have. See that it's got, let's get that to focus. See that it's got 2 holes there, so you can actually pin it to the ground, and then you can see that, and this one's lost its little clip there, but this basically, that end you wired it up to your controller there, and then you just try and show you. So you've got that clip there, so you just clip, there you go, just clipped it on, and you just, this is like very fiddly, so it looks something like that. And of course then you do the same for this one onto this track here, but of course it's broken on, so I can't really use this anymore, but it's just to show you. And so of course I'm going to have to use this modern Hornby connector to get it connected up and going. I don't think this came with a straight. I think it was just a, as you saw in that one, just 10 curves. This is just to give you some idea what it might have looked like. You've got the EMA controller there. I'm not going to connect it up. This is just a quick example, so it would have looked something maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing really, so maybe it would have looked maybe something like that. I'm guessing, just to give you a bit of an idea. So it was just, would have just simply have gone round and round in circles. So my dad brought me two, so maybe I could have made the circle bigger. I don't know if you can actually do that. I do actually remember him buying me a great big board, like track mat size, but I don't think the track mat existed when he got me that, but you know what the track mat looks like, you know that's quite big, so it's roughly about that kind of size. And then we painted some green patches on it, just to make it look like grass, and then we had some motorised points on it. So anyway, I'll just show you, now I'm going to show you the BR diesel mixed freight train set, and this is the Lima HO scale with the BR Blue D2785 Plymouth switcher with the BP Coca-Cola and the Schweppes wagons. Now this is my BR diesel mixed freight train set. It says contents: locomotive A1A-A1A class 31- wagons, 1 low mac with goods, 2 ventilated good vans, track, 8 double curves with power clip, battery controlled, 2-speed reversible, batteries not included. That power clip, that might have been that, or I'm not sure, I've meant that or that maybe, I'm not sure. There you go. Got the diesel, got the low mat with goods, got the track, and the 2 ventilated good wagons. And that's where the original controller is. I have not got that, that's long gone. I don't even remember what it looked like. But what my dad did buy me, so I think everybody loves this. You can see my duet controller. It's got normal, reverse, resistance, half switch. I think you've seen my review on this somewhere before. And let's go back to the box. Got a little sticker on there saying C. I've put tape on there to stop stick from falling off. It's lost a buffer. They're not spring loaded. That's where the power comes from. These 6 wheels. I think these are just plastic wheels. I can't see. I think these just runners only. There's not much of a cab inside. It's got windows on it. Don't know if you can quite see that. It says British Railways. Made in Hong Kong. This one 19. Let me just read this. AFX Productions 1975, I think that says. And this is the Lomac. I've kind of like, I think it used to be glued on, but I kind of like wondered what was inside, so I kind of forced it off it a bit. So I think that bit's glued on as well. The connecting rod, it's metal, but the wheels are plastic. This has actually lost all its connectors. As you see, buffers are broken. This is it only connect. This did have a front as well. Both of these should have connectors on front and back, but this one's only got the surviving connectors on the front or the back, whichever way. Again, these wheels are plastic, but the actual connecting rod is metal. The track, I think the track is Airfix Railway System. Could be second radius, maybe. Let's make this track up. Just thought maybe I'd show you these boxes. Right, it does say A1A, A1A class, A1 diesel locomotive, BR green livery. Don't know if you can see that. It says BR 12 ton ventilated box wagon. Just like on the modern Hornby boxes, that just simply says track on there. That one says battery controller 2-speed forward and reverse. Again, like I've got no idea what that looked like, don't even remember. That says BR ton ventilated box wagon. And that says the same, 25 ton. Oh, that's interesting. Both the same. 25 ton Lomac machine wagon with load. Oh. That says BR. Both the same. Both look the same to me. So why does one says 25 ton Lomac? Oh, I see what's happened. I see that at some point what's happened. That's in the wrong. These two been see, that should be in this one should be in this box, and that should be in that box. That for some reason they've been taken out and put in the wrong. That's the Lomac. Let's correct this. I don't know why it's been swapped over. So this should be in that BR 12 ton. Oh, that's right now. BR 12 ton ventilated box wagon. So that's now correct. That's in the correct box. So that can now go in there. So that can go down there. That can now go in there. That's where it belongs. I don't know why it was swapped around. I've got no idea. That's now been corrected. There you go. 25 ton low Mac machine wagon with load. That can go back in there. So if I can. There you go. 25 ton low Mac machine wagon with load. BR 12 ton ventilated box wagon. That's correct now. And that's the track, and then the controller went there, and then that's the A1A class diesel. Strange. Maybe at one point I took them out and I didn't realise what, I put them back wrongly, perhaps, maybe. Right, let's get the track out and let's do a circuit. I just want to show you something interesting. I found this bit of track. I remember actually doing this. You can see where I've cut the plastic. So what I wanted to do was to make it like a bendy track. So I was basically turning a curve into like a straight or a curvy, so I could actually bend it, but I don't think it quite worked. Well, it kind of worked. You can see where I've just cut it there and there, there and there, there and there, there and there. But like so, so it was a bit of curve, so I could just make it a bit of a bendy. So I could like just turn it to a straight, or I can just turn it slightly, turn it to a curve. That's what I've done. Anyway, this is the Airfix. Let's do something interesting. I think this might or may not work. This is just a quick comparison. Let's have a quick thought. This inner track you can see around is the Lima track, and the outer track is the Airfix. So obviously with the Plymouth switcher, that can go on any track because it's only at 0 for 0. So when the locos are that small, they can go, from radius 1 right up to radius 4. But with the A1A, obviously with a loco like that, it might be able to get away with the radius 1. It may come off but probably radius 2, you might get away with a radius 2, definitely radius 3 or 4. And if you're wondering what I mean by radius, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's this, the different types of there's 4 curves. That's the smallest curve. There's a slightly bigger curve, and then we've got the outer curve. So that's radius 1, 2, 3 and 4. First radius is 371 millimeters. Radius 2, or second radius is 438 millimeters. Third radius is 505 millimeters, and fourth radius is 572. So it's just the angle of the track, or the curve, shall I say, really. The curve connected all up. As you can see, I've modified it. Instead of having a complete circle, I've had to use this modern connector, so I've got some power, because obviously, as you can see, like the original connectors are completely broken, and I can't use that neither. So let's see. So slight difference, but it doesn't make much difference. Now I don't know. It's going to be quite difficult to put that on it. So for testing, I'm going to use my Plymouth switchers. Just if it works for this one from Plymouth switcher, it will work for my diesel A1A, A1A diesel. And by the way, I'm using my H&M Duet. The loco's on the track and let's see what happens. Oh, that's working fine. And that's at full power. And I thought that was going to stop straight away. Okay then. So I thought I might have to rub the track with some sandpaper or something like that. But it seems to be working. So let's put some wagons on it. Put all 3 wagons on it. And that's backwards. And then the sweeps fell off. Oh dear. Okay. Oops! Now it's giving me trouble. As soon as I put some wagons on it, it's going to give me trouble. Knew this was going to be too good to be true. Oh, and it's happened again. Seems to have like derailed and then, oops, it's all coming apart. Well, okay, you get the idea. Oops, now it's completely come off. Well, okay, well that's the Plymouth switcher. The BR diesel D2785. Let's try with the A1A. Just to help me out, I'm going to use this re-railer. I know it's a bit broken at the front and the back, but that might just it's kind of works. It's kind of there's a spark there. I don't think it likes the track that much. Keeps on derailing. Let's put some wagons on it. This one's has got no connectors on it. This one's going to have to be pushed. It might fall off. Okay, let's try this. keeps them derailing somewhere. Oops, it's pushed it off. Because the track's so old, that's why it keeps them derailing. Oops. You kind of get the idea. Oops, if I want to push it off. Because the track's so old, you see, so you get the idea. Thank you, Dad. I like, and because of my dad, my collection has grown to, this is just a small selection. My A1's there, Duke of Gloucester, Tornado, Flying Scotsman, Evening Star, Great Western, Smoky Joe, Midland Compounds, my 040. So you can see, I know it's a bit dark, but just a quick some idea. That's my latest, it's the Bagnall 040 network rail. I'll show you something else as well now. When I was at about 10 years old, I went to school, went to Bridgewater School. You can see the logo there. It once helped me with my RE, this is my old RE book. Tuesday the 30th of April 1985. You can see them drawings. My dad done those drawings. I remember him doing those. What he'd done, he had there's like a drawing. What he'd done was he folded a book like that, and then he put it up against the window so you could see the drawing underneath, and he like traced it on the window. I remember him doing that. And then also, this is what I'd done. I made this web page, had like that. You can see that's a big square in the middle. Where it says sound, James's home page. That's like my main page, and there's all these hundreds of little pages coming off it. And he helped me sort it out. You can see it. That's his writing there. It says Jim for intro, Jim Webbo, JMJ Web, moving images, eyedrop, flood, and he kind of helped me out because it got very complicated, and he helped me out making my web page work. So I got about 100 pages on it, so it got quite complicated, and he helped me sort it out and get it going so it worked correctly. But I don't think my web page exists anymore online. This is I found a few greeting cards he got me. It says, I'm afraid you're going to get something for your birthday you don't really want. Older. It says, happy birthday, love from Daddy, Bernadette, Thomas and Annie. Bernadette, like my step mum. My mum and dad divorced when I was about 1 year old, and then about 25-30 years ago my dad got remarried, so I've now got a younger half brother and sister. There are 2 reasons for sending birthday cards. 1, to make you laugh. 2, to give you money. Guess which one this is? Happy birthday, Daddy, Bernadette, Thompson, Annie. So obviously I didn't get any money there. Perhaps I did. I can't remember. Perhaps I did put a £5 note in there. I don't remember. Would have been nice if they did put. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Now this is going back way. What these are, this is before the internet. I had a Sinclair ZX81. I don't have got it anymore. But what was quite clever, I remember doing this. I had a Sinclair ZX81 and I think he had a Sinclair Z81, and there's a thing called an R232 interface where it was the same way connected onto the back of the ZX81, and you connected your telephone line up to it, and he done exactly the same. And you had something called a acoustic coupler. Basically, it's like an old-fashioned modem. If you had a phone a bit like this or older, and what you've done is you put the receiver. It's beeping because there's a battery in it, or it's keeping the memory for all the numbers in it, and battery is going flat. So that's why it's beeping. So ignore the beeping. Anyway, if you had a phone like this and you put the receiver, you had like 2 ends like this, like it looks like a circle, and you put the phone. The 2 ends of the modem look a bit like that. And what you've done, that you put the earpiece on one end and the mouthpiece on the end like that, so it looks a bit like that. And then, of course, you had the sounds. That was the noise when you connect the internet it used to make. Then through this using the Z81 and this acoustic coupler modem, we managed to like he wrote to me, "Hello James, how are you? Can you read this? Send me yes and no, or no, a new message. Hello James, can you read this? It is your turn to send." And I wrote, "Yes, I am receiving it. Your turn to send. When you have finished, send over like on the radio, over. You have pressed caps lock, haven't you, over. Haha, what a joke. I don't think we can underline yet, over. Did you send over? Anyway, I will come up now, over and out." There's this one as well I found, a bit longer. Come on, I put "Come on Dad, say something." I think that it's supposed to be O, so it's "Come on Dad." I was just, maybe letters coming, something. Did you dose that over? I think there was something wrong with the lettering or something. You have got it on caps lock. I did not have it on caps lock, but I have now, over. Then how come when you said about setting the machine it something graphics mode, over? Well, I don't have it on caps then, but then I remembered, so I changed it over. This argument is getting rather silly over. Yes, well, let's stop this argument then and just say nice things. I think that your sister Sarah, lovely, and so is your sister Charlotte, and so is your sister Elizabeth, but most of all I think you are lovely, and I don't suppose that there are many 11-year-olds who can send messages from their computer to their daddies over. So I was only 11 and was on the computer, so this was like in early 1980s. 73, 83, about 84 I reckon this was, 1984 I think. I bet there are because what all of the men at work. P.S. This is not an argument over. This is coming out on your screen, okay, and you're typing coming out, okay, it's mine, over. Is this coming out on your screen, okay, and it is coming, and is your typing coming out or only mine, over. This sending is alright, but a bit slow. This is not an argument, over. Yes, but on your screen, own. Sending coming out on your screen or only mine, over. No. My IMI own sending but not coming on my own screen, but I have glad you. This is not an argument. Okay, I got that. Thank you. Thank you, over. I never said it was an argument, did I? But also, I reckon I am sending much faster than you are. I agree, I make the odd mistake now and again, but this is to be expected as I am not young and energetic like some people, over. You're making it sound, or should I say reading if it is, over. Oh really? Well, I hope that you tell your friends when we do it on Sunday that they do have to be ever so polite, or your father, because he is the world's famous Barry Streeter. Did I spell that okay, over? Okay, well I have Tipo thinks over. Well, I know that you always mean think when you type think or whatever it was. By the way, do you think you had better go home in about 10 minutes, over? Leave that for a minute, and why did you stop? A very good, brilliant sentence. Yes, over. Over the wall and far away to the land of gobbledygook. I am going to come down now, as you have to go home, and I want to ring Sarah and ask her something, over and out. Maybe sound of it. He was upstairs and I was downstairs. Okay, you come down now, but who is going to clear up the mess, over and out, and back to you. So with using a computer 1984, maybe this was even before the internet. I think this was even before the internet. We was using a computer to talk to each other. I can't really see any dates on this. Pity. But I do remember doing this just about. But I think this was, me and my dad, we could have invented the internet, but we didn't really realise it at the time. So we could have done something about it, but we never did. Anyway, that's my little tribute about my dad. Well, there's one more thing I want to show you. That's my dad there, just taken, I must have been about 8. That's me there. That's my little half brother Thomas. He must have been about 4 or 5 then or something. Well, yeah, maybe I was about 10 or something, I'm not sure, can't remember. A long time ago. So, rest in peace, Dad, I love you always. Thank you for watching. Bye.